Podcast.
It echoed again.
Yeah.
Okay, so episode 2.
Today's topic is
Anything.
lighthearted,
No.
controversial
Like,
questions.
debates.
Debatable questions that, like,
Simple debates.
stuff like summer, winter, cats or dogs. So, speaking of...
Casual
Fun,
conversation.
Debatable topics. Let's call it that.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So, the first one. Which one do you rather, or which one is the better pet, a cat or a dog?
Okay, so if we're saying, if you have time, dog. Dogs are, like, man's best friend.
They
If you have
require
the time...
so much more
But cats are so
effort.
easygoing, and I love cats. We've always had cats in our family.
I've never lived with a dog, so I feel like
But I'm
there's
sure it'll
vibes.
be nice.
No, I'm completely different.
I
Because
want both.
I've had a dog, and you guys have had cats, so it's like, are you cat people?
I'm both. We used to be
We used to
scared
be
of dogs.
so scared of dogs. I
Because
remember
our
somebody-
friend, like,
Really?
our friend's dog, like, we met our
Was
friend's
huge.
dogs. They were
Up to
huge,
the
and one
waist.
of them had so much energy, jumped on us, and then that one
Aw.
ended up passing away.
Oh, unnecessary. Turn.
And then the other one, they had 2 dogs, was much more chill. So we were reintroduced to that dog, and then so our fear started with those dogs, but it went away with those dogs as well.
Also, though, yeah, I remember specifically I was sitting on the couch like this, and then I started petting her, and I was like, wait, I like dogs, and Kayla was still a bit scared, but we also
oh my God.
we also got chased by a dog at our grandma's house once. That was the worst, because they were, like, vicious dogs, so finally they, like, clipped our heels, and I fell on the floor. It was just on top of us, and I was so scared. And my brother was
I don't
laughing.
remember that.
Maybe it's a dream. I don't know. It
I
seems so
don't remember
unrealistic.
that. I don't know that.
I swear.
Personally, I think that it depends. I feel like it depends on the cat or the dog, though. But
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
cats are like, they require so much more less energy. So if you don't have the time for your dog, don't get a dog. And
Yeah.
they're like much more like independent. But dogs are obviously like man's best friend and stuff like
I
that.
want them
and
both.
like,
I want a cat and a
yeah,
dog.
when I'm older, personally, I'll get both.
I want a husky and a tabby. I already know.
Oh my God.
I want tabby.
You know?
And
Just because I've grown up with a tabby cat, and I love
a
cats.
wiener dog.
They're so cute and like.
What
Aw.
Cats are so-
I knew a wiener dog.
wholesome,
Her name was Oh my God,
I
what was her
love
name?
them. They're-
Twiggy.
Especially when
Twiggy.
they're babies, they're so cute.
I don't know. I don't know. Cats are so chill. Yeah,
So final opinions: cats or dogs?
both. Depends.
I have to say dogs.
You've
I
grown
think
up with
it
a dog.
depends.
You know, my mom, when we first, because you and I wanted a pet so badly first thing in Dubai, you know what my mom was going to do? She was going to get a really, really old cat and let it live its last life with us.
Oh, that's
Our last
morbid.
year of life. So that it would have a happy life,
That'd
but
be
we
so
wouldn't have to
hard,
take
though.
care of it.
That'd be so hard, though.
That's what Krista was going to do. And then
When I-
Molly showed up on our doorstep,
when I-
and we
when
had
I-
to take her.
when I-
No, well, kind of. She's a street dog.
When our first
really?
cat
Yeah, you didn't know
passed-
that?
No.
When our first cat passed, we were like, all right, we want a new cat. And then, like, I don't know, it was a pretty long time after, but we were just so used to having one in the house. And I always loved having a pet.
I think it depends on the
person,
person
yeah.
and
For
the
sure.
animal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next.
The next one is kind of stupid, but I have actually
don't
always
know.
wondered this. What comes first, the chicken or the egg?
I feel
think
like
it's
it has
just a
to be-
variation.
I feel
It
like the
was
chicken
neither.
just popped up because then that comes up to the question.
How
Well,
did the chicken pop up?
but
it
then
just
that
popped
comes.
out as-
But then that comes.
It's an egg.
It's the same
I-
thing that comes with
Well, this
the
guy's
question.
I would bet money.
How did the whole world pop up? You're telling me
Okay,
big
this
bag.
is
here?
You're taking it way too deep here.
But then you think, well, someone of a higher level or whatever must
They
have
were
just
like,
put
bam,
stuff on
chicken.
Earth. This is chicken. Do you think they placed
I
the
would
chicken?
bet
I
so much
believe
money.
that the higher power, whatever you believe in, placed these things on Earth because how was Earth created then? How was the solar system? How did we have one sun?
No! Oh
How
my
was
God.
Earth so habitable? Like how? So
No.
I think, unless some aliens came
This
and
is
got
what I'm
Maybe
us,
we're a
saying.
science
Okay,
experiment.
No.
maybe I bet you. I think that a higher power just put
Oh my
stuff
God.
down,
Wow, we
and this
don't
was Earth.
disagree.
We were born into like Earth, and it just like happened. So,
Oh
but
my
I,
gosh,
but
you're
did he
thinking
did he
way
put it?
too
Did he
deep.
put it down as a chicken or did he put it down as an
Can I
egg?
speak? If
Or
you
was
think
it aliens?
scientifically
Maybe
here-
aliens brought a chicken.
So we started with dinosaurs. It's just another random.
But where did the dinosaurs come from
Give
then?
me a minute.
Like that's the question.
Like we don't
Where
know.
did everything come from?
We don't know.
Well, how did humans pop up?
Let me give my opinion here. So other planets, like they could have like random animals that we don't know about. We don't know how those came from. Like from plants, I don't know. But
Plants.
I think a dinosaur just obviously like variations. You know how just like COVID variants. Like I think just that happened.
Possibly.
The egg came out. We all know humans
the
are
egg
mammals.
popped out of the sky. It was like rain.
It was an
raining
animal that
chicken
laid
eggs.
an egg and it ended up being a chicken just based on the variant or sickness. And then I think if we go further than that, monkeys. We know we're a very a
Mutated.
developed version of an ape. So an ape came, and then over time a variant
yeah.
until cavemen, and then obviously
So, would
became
that
more
mean the
developed.
Came
Egg
first?
came first.
Okay.
I-
So like the seed of a plant.
So you think
I
the
think
egg?
and
it
then it
comes from
grew.
something else. I think it came from
I think
something
that's
else.
a thing.
Because if we're thinking
I think
ape
that's probably
to
what
human,
happened.
that's what I'm saying.
But I
pretty
like to
strong.
believe my theory because I think it's more fun.
I think I'm just going to skip a little bunch just to get to this part or question that kind of relates to, are aliens real? Or do you
yes.
believe in aliens?
Yes,
So
but not
yes.
in the way that
At
it used to be
some-
painted. Not
At
like
some
crazy.
point, they must have been. Either it's like, I don't think they're like these big green creatures. It could
No.
literally,
Yeah.
I bet you, like maybe even aliens are like among us. You never know. Like maybe they just look like everyone else. You don't
Yeah,
know.
like that
I think-
movie,
I
The
think
Fifth Wave.
Among Us.
Think of this whole this whole solar system we live in, and we think we're the only people. Like there's
and
no
then there's
way.
like a cajillion.
And we're
There's
in
systems.
this is
No
one
way. And what if
solar
we're-
system.
what
There's
if-
so many.
Yeah, like what if we're
For
in
sure.
like whatever our worlds? What if there's a whole other world that's just
Exactly.
like this, like alternate?
I don't want to
reality.
reference this to
That-
a TV show, but I like same thing happens. Like they think they're the only ones, and then you just take a little like you just
Yeah.
What TV show?
Attack on Titan.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And then
Anime.
they think that they're the only ones, but they just like
That's what I
don't.
knew
I
she
think
was gonna do.
I think that's so possible to happen.
I'm 100% certain that there's
I-
something, even if it's like a
yeah.
little tiny like breathing plant thing.
Yeah, even that.
Like that's
because
an
it's just-
alien.
There has
There's
to
just
be
no
there's
way out of
that
everywhere we live. We
Yeah.
think there's
it's
there's-
possible that nobody else in our solar system, but
And
out
there's
of like
been
the whole Milky Way
explanations
and
of-
out
there's-
of other things.
There's
no.
been things that have been like seen as well, which could have like there's just like there's
I think
no
that's a bit dramatized.
possible.
I think that the social media
n-
blows that up and it's fake.
Yeah, but
I
there's no
don't believe in
possible way
those.
that we're the only ones.
I thought I saw an alien once
I
when
think it's
I was on a boat float in Canada, and it wasn't an alien, obviously, but it was a giant, like not a comet, but a meteorite, and it was burning up in the as it was coming in, and it was it turned green,
Oh
and it was
my
a
God.
big thing
That's
of
just
green light, and I
That
was
is
like,
so
at first I was
cool.
like, oh my god, it's a shooting star, and I'm like, oh my god, it's not gone, it's not gone, it's not gone, and it was like there for like a good 2 minutes of just burning through the
so
sky.
Where did you see
At the
you didn't
lake in
see where it
Canada.
saw
Somewhere.
where it-
I've actually at the lake. There's so many like meteorite things. There once was one that flew over the lake and it turned off all the power
That's
as it went through,
insane.
and then like a few seconds later it came back on. It's so cool.
I've never like
I-
seen
It was
that.
so cool. And then there's a big purple streak in the sky, middle of the night. It was
I
so
definitely,
cool.
I definitely think aliens exist, but I think they're more like us, and I think that, there's no way that's not possible. But I think that a lot of people being like, I see aliens, I can speak with aliens, is a bunch of bull.
Okay.
Okay, next question.
Wait. Sorry,
Go for it.
More to say?
I'll cut this out. I have a better transition. Actually, I don't know
Okay.
what your transition is.
I was gonna talk about the either should homework be banned or like
No, I was just gonna transition to dangerous thing, because
what?
if there's like humans are the most dangerous thing.
Oh.
If there's aliens, like what do you like? If there was aliens, or even just the things that exist now, are humans the most dangerous creature on the planet? Like
100%.
I think I agree with that, because like I think there's a lot of dangerous things, but I think
On
the
Earth?
whole thing with life I think is like survival and stuff like that. But I think like if you
Yeah.
think of like animals, like
They mind their business.
I don't
Yeah.
know, they mind their business, and humans go in and they destroy stuff and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I think
Humans are awful.
we set ourselves
like,
I
up
hate
for-
humans.
like to other people, like they're just like we're selfish, and
Yeah.
like there's so many bad traits, and I feel like that you don't really see that with animals. Like, one of you ever heard of like a sociopathic murdering ape. Like, you don't
Whale.
hear about that. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like fish. Like, it's just like.
I don't really.
But
know
also
how
like
it should be.
pollution and global warming. Like that's
so
what
many
I
issues
find
in
is
the
evil.
world comes from humans because I just feel like we're so selfish. We don't think of like anything else but
I know.
ourselves.
I don't have much to say about this. I think it's just obvious.
You think we are?
Yeah, I think it's just like you set yourselves up for, and then you come like people
I mean,
because
one could
humans have all these
argue-
like different opinions that you can vocalize, and then these different opinions clash, and obviously people
One could
are
argue
sometimes
that
entitled
these
to think that they're
Humans
right.
wouldn't be if other animals didn't or if other things didn't do what they did. But I feel like most problems from humans are caused by other humans. Like, what are I
Yeah.
guess I just
War.
I don't know
Climate
Yeah.
change,
exactly.
No, I think we
animals and
I
for
zoos.
think-
sure.
I
mean,
hate zoos.
obviously animals
Yeah.
animals like sharks and stuff, they eat humans, but who's to not say that we're the ones creating the danger for their habitats? Like,
yeah, exactly.
they're
Like
eating
we
'cause
kill
it's a
more
food chain.
sharks than humans sharks
it's
kill.
food chain.
Like
But
how
to say
many
that,
sharks do we kill a day?
Oh, sharks
I-
are so
yeah.
dangerous,
I
but
did-
like you're
yeah.
killing their environment too. Like, it's
I
just-
did a project in like 8th grade. About sharks. Every second, a shark dies because of a human, or every other second, a shark dies because of a human.
I don't know.
For shark finning, they cut off their fins and then they sink to the bottom and drown. Happy things.
I mean,
right.
on the topic of humans being the most dangerous thing and their character traits, do you think that it's like no one should tell a lie? Like if you had the choice, would you put it as no one should tell a lie?
No.
Or but what are the benefits of a lie?
If I could be somebody that was higher power and be don't
because
tell
if
a
you
lie.
think about it, yeah, there's those
Okay,
little
but-
white lies that are
lies,
made to
yeah.
help other people. But if you think about it, they're probably gonna figure it out, and it's like, why not just tell them the truth, and they
yeah.
have to go through it.
I feel like
So I
have
feel
told
like-
so many lies, or you just avoid
I feel like
saying
I'm kind
it,
of,
avoid
Yeah.
saying the truth.
yeah,
and
I
shit.
feel like I'm kind of in the middle of this topic, because I feel like
I don't think.
I
it's-
don't-
I don't. Agree.
I don't feel like people should, because even with those little white lies that people think are for benefits of other people, it's like, well, is it really beneficial for them?
Like
Or
what
should-
kind of lie?
Well, if someone was like, oh, if for example, if someone likes someone else and then, you know that they're gonna cut things off with them, and your friend asked you, are they gonna cut things off with me? Well, you're just like, oh no, maybe you're doing a little white lie because you think it's gonna benefit them, but even that, that's not
That
really a
could
good
blow up in your
example
face,
because, an example that it'll never, you think it'll never come back to them, but it's it's probably better to just let them know. So it's they're not getting hurt. Even though they might never find it out, it's I don't know. It'll help them improve. So it's what is there to lie about? You shouldn't need anything to lie about. I think a lot of lies are maybe from teenagers, maybe hiding stuff from their parents and stuff. But it's
I can't lie. I'm so bad at lying.
I think lies should exist. I literally don't care. Not because it's not like I'm a pathological liar. I just
yeah.
there's definitely there's obviously there's a line between lying, just lying because you want to lie, or you're lying to be I don't know, white lies, and avoiding the truth and being brutally honest. Avoiding the truth, fine. You just don't talk about it. I'm purposely not going to bring something up if I don't want you to know about it.
Yeah.
Whereas, if you're brutally honest, you just, you don't need to be brutally honest. So for that I'm oh, maybe don't tell a lie. But I think lies can be beneficial, to tell, someone's, for example, your boyfriend's do I look fat in this? And then you're yes, because you can't tell a lie. And then it's just,
I mean,
you're
I
just,
get that, but
it
it's
would be, you don't need to know everything about somebody, and
I
you can,
get that,
I don't know.
but it's just I feel there's not much situations where it's I just don't feel I was thinking that at the beginning too,
I
but
think
then
it
I'm
can
just
ruin a lot of relationships and just friends,
Probably.
parents.
I don't know. Kira, what do you think?
As well as
Mm,
lying, I think it's.
I think lying to a certain extent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
For
sure.
sure.
What Emily's situation that she just said versus lying to someone about if their boyfriend is cheating on them, and you're just no, I didn't, you know.
I've stolen chocolate from my
Wow.
mom. Kira, did you take the chocolate?
Yeah.
Are you sure? You were the only one home in the last
you fart
day.
in your room and someone's ew, who farted? And you're me.
Not me.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
so
that's
unnecessary.
true.
Like, it's just like little white lies. Like, that's just how you get on with your everyday
Yeah.
life. You'd probably tell them so many of those.
Have you ever
every day.
lied
I
about
think
farting?
I agree with you.
Yes?
I think
Are you kidding? Don't
In
know.
class, have you ever done it?
I don't
in
know.
class? In 5th grade, I was sitting with my legs up. Reading. Yes. Like it was the chair.
Oh my god.
And they're like,
what
no, it wasn't. I was like,
That's
it
what I mean. Like, if you're.
Did anyone ever believe you though?
No,
No,
I'm
but it's
sure
just
no
like-
one has. But it's like the lie, the little white lie. Like, what was I supposed to do?
I
Say
agree.
yes?
I think yeah. To a certain
Now I would.
extent.
I'd be like, yeah, that was me.
Oh no.
All right. Well,
Anyways,
speaking about school,
should homework be banned?
no.
That's a hard one.
I wrote an article about this.
Oh my god, you did for
Can I
the
just-
thing.
Well, to be published in a magazine, right? So I was like, I don't think it should be, but I think some teachers depend too heavily on it. Whereas I think
Yeah.
any new material should always be taught in class. Like, you need somebody
Exactly.
going
I
through
feel
with
like
that,
so
but
many teachers don't
practice.
integrate homework as it should. I feel like
Yeah,
they'll be like
for sure.
they don't like finish stuff, or like if a student doesn't finish anything in class, like we'll do it as homework, and then
That's
it's like
fine.
a completely.
That's fine.
But if it's a completely new topic,
That's annoying.
and it's like
Yeah.
we learned it in the last like 10 minutes of class, it's like what?
But
That's
it's like
annoying,
if
yeah.
you're like,
I think it needs to be
yeah, I
integrated.
think to an extent for sure. But
and
it's like
also, I feel like sometimes it's way too much is given, and then it's like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
well,
saying.
how do you
they take
expect me? Like, why are
advantage.
you like? I'm doing more work at home than I'm doing at school at
Like,
this point because
we're-
the teacher will be talking for half the class.
We're definitely
Yeah.
somewhat half biased, but I think if you waste your time in class, I don't care if it's a new topic, you're doing it at home. You're wasting your time in class, like you're gonna have to do this work. You can't just
Yeah,
like
you can't just
homework
get away
is
with not
necessary
doing it.
in my opinion for success because I feel like practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
And you don't have the
Perfect.
time perfect. You don't have the time in class to just diddle dally whatever to and then
Dilly dally.
you know what I mean, but
Diddle daddle.
Faff about.
What? Never heard of that.
Yeah, no, I feel like it should be up to the student to do their own kind of work at home. I feel like teachers shouldn't give that much. I feel like
because then nobody's
now-
gonna do it though.
Well,
I
they
think
should
that's up to the
check.
student though. Like
But I
If
know.
you
it
fail,
is
you
their
fail.
But they
future.
won't.
I
Exactly.
think the teachers can only do so much.
But
They
that's
can,
saying,
Yeah.
no, but they can give homework, and if the students choose not to do it, it's like,
Mhm.
well, like I'm trying here. I'm trying to help
Yeah.
you, and if you're not refusing to do it,
it
it's
also
like,
depends on the amount of homework. If you're giving like a full lesson's
Yeah.
worth,
If you're
that's
giving a
not
whole
fair.
If it's
essay
all
to
about
do
the
in, like,
same,
Yeah,
like,
because I
math
have 6 other
questions.
classes.
If you're
Yeah.
giving like me math questions to do every night, like to do every night, and they're like
If
in
it's, like, a
like
couple.
20 of the same
Yeah.
in like different numbers, I'm like I know how to do this topic, like I can do it until I understand.
I
But
feel like
to do them
sometimes-
all is to be a bit. It's a bit
I feel like
stupid.
sometimes teachers forget
That we
that
have a
students
life.
have other stuff. Like we have other
like
classes, and
extracurricular
stuff.
too.
Does
So
Like
I
you guys play
appreciate-
soccer for like how many hours
An
after
hour
school?
and a half, exactly.
Yeah, that's an hour and a half. You
And
have
like-
dinner, time with your family, time for yourself. You have to
But
get ready for the day
Exactly.
after.
I
pack
don't-
your
I
lunch.
think
other stuff
have
to
a
do
shower.
besides do freaking
Like-
20 math
I definitely think you
Exactly.
should have homework. Whether you finish it like in your like somehow you like if you get like 10 minutes in class to do homework at, but it's just like even
Mhm.
just a little bit like 20-30 minutes per like class, and you shouldn't get class work every day from that one thing.
No.
But it's just like good for practice, and then you can know what you struggle with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's.
If it
I think
was-
it makes sense.
If it was a yes or no, what would you say?
No.
No.
No, me neither.
All right.
Okay. Anonymous decision.
Oh, kind of similar to this.
Who are better
teachers?
Men or
What?
women?
Oh,
Really,
men or women? Oh my! I think I honestly.
That's a
would-
hard question because my parents are both
Same. Us,
teachers and
us
mom
too,
and dad.
Yeah.
I honestly think it depends. I don't think men and women like is a thing though. Like I think it's really like
depends on the personality
depends
of
on
the
the
teacher.
student as well. If it,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of it depends what the teacher is teaching. First of all, if the teacher's teaching like sex ed, you don't want a male teacher teaching to female students.
Yeah.
Of
Like
course.
I think it depends on the subject and it depends on the teacher and it depends on the like student. I think there's so many different variables.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
That's a
for
hard
sure.
one. That's a
Jen,
hard
I
question.
think also it's just depends on, like, we're all girls here, but I feel like depending on if you're a girl or a guy, you're probably going to feel more of a bias. But I think if I'm actually, like, trying to answer this question, I agree with your points for sure, and I definitely don't think there's really, like, I've had good guy teachers and I've had amazing woman teachers as well. So it's just, like,
Yeah.
but if I were to say, like, women tend to be more nurturing and tend to like.
Yeah,
But
but
I've had
also
some
women tend to
rude
be taught like
people,
it's.
I've had terrible women teachers.
Oh,
I had a
it's-
teacher talk in
plenty.
third person.
They'd be like, if
The
I was
whole
talking, I'd be
year.
like, Emily
But, like,
likes to eat.
Yeah.
Emily is
Yeah.
hungry. Oh no.
Kira wants you all to line up at the door. Like,
It's like a study was done though, also saying that
How
women.
old were you though?
But okay,
grade 9.
a
Yeah.
study
I
was
thought you meant like
done
grade 6 or
that
grade 4.
women tend to talk more. So yeah, women tend to be more nurturing and stuff. But also, do you really want a teacher that's talking the whole class?
No.
And obviously, it's different. Like it depends on the male and it depends on the
I
female.
really just
but
don't think there's a
But like,
answer to
I don't
that.
think
Me
there's. I
neither.
think there's so many variables, like the subject that's being taught, the like students and like
The relationship between the
the
student and teacher.
relationship
Yeah.
and like you just never know like how that person cares for other people. Like I feel like a teacher has to be caring and understanding and stuff like that. And it just there's so many different character traits and variables that go into it. So
Yeah, exactly.
What about kids being smarter than grown-ups then?
I think it's,
Yes. I think kids are smarter.
I think also like grown-ups learn so much from like kids as well. Like it's just like
I mean, obviously
Kids
we're growing technology and stuff, so for that, like we're definitely smarter.
well, are we talking school smart? Or are we talking street? Not
well,
even
not
street
school smart. School smart, like
For
it's
sure,
obviously
the
but
adults,
street
unless you have
smart
some
and just like
genius
yeah,
child.
social. I think
I
as
think kids
generations
just
go
don't
and
feel
go,
kids
Yeah.
feel less shame and less embarrassment, and so kids will teach adults so much because they're always like I feel like a lot of time like I heard this like I mean obviously we're still young but
Yeah.
like kids will like an adult like I feel like overthinks about or like older people will overthink
Yeah.
so much even us now versus I see like younger
Overthink
people and there's
everything.
like not a care and they'll
Kids just
I'm like
do
well
it.
maybe I should just be like them be more like less like needing to like analyze every single choice I make and
Exactly.
kids are
I
feeling
mean, I think that there's like a
impulsive.
certain like level of like what you're saying, a certain level of smart. Like for example, Ewan and I were hiking with our family a few years ago. Ewan would walk. We were on like a cliff with like 1,000-meter drop. Ewan would walk on the edge,
Yeah.
like
They're
the
more
exact
daring.
edge.
It's more daring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. I think there's just so many things that a kid can teach a
Yeah,
grown
and there was a
adult.
part of the trip, for example, where we wanted to like, stop and like just go back. Time to go back. But then we were like, the kids of the group were like, no, let's keep going, let's go. And in the end, there was like a freaking village made out
Yeah,
of
I feel
stone
like-
and stuff. Like, that's cool.
I feel like grown-ups tend to overcomplicate a lot of things, and I feel like kids are good at just simplifying it. Like if a grown-up, they're having like troubles and are like, I don't know, like relationship troubles. I feel like a kid can just be like, well, like bring it back to like
Because you have
symbols and
less
stuff
experience,
like that.
so you don't know as much. But it's like
I feel like
think
they're just they
Kid-
don't
yeah.
kids-
overthink things as much. And it's
Yeah,
just like,
kids just say yes or no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
it's just like grown-ups, they have more responsibilities.
So, yeah, I
Like,
think
favorite
that a-
color. What's your favorite color? A kid would say green.
An adult
Pink.
would be like, well, I
Well,
really like
I
the
like that.
tones
Yeah.
of green.
Okay,
Yeah.
But like sky blue.
Yeah,
Also, I
like,
just love
shut
the
up, no one
eclectic
cares.
feel from it. It's just like,
that's
just
not
tell us
very-
what your favorite color is. Like, I'm trying to
Yeah.
buy
I
you
don't
a
think that's
gift.
smarter. I think that's just overthinking. I think if you're saying like, the difference in responsibilities as a kid, like as we grow up, you're definitely gonna seem like it's gonna be like I don't know, like I really don't know. I think teenagers are pretty smart.
I
but
think
like
it depends.
when
what
you
we're
start
talking
realizing you have responsibilities to do, you're gonna be less daring and you're gonna be less.
That'll be me in like a few months when I go to
Yeah,
university.
Exactly.
about. Yeah.
Like I have to start thinking about money
I
and
think it depends.
crap like that whenever I buy like food. If I want to go out for a pizza or something.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it just depends on the like thing.
I don't
or,
know.
like the situation.
I actually can't
Yeah.
really think of it.
I think there's just like some things kids are smarter, but like
Yeah.
in other aspects, grown-ups are definitely
Yeah.
smarter.
Anyway, as I said, pizza.
Oh,
I think maybe the last one, maybe.
No, there's so many other ones on here that I
How
want to
many
talk about
left?
though.
like 6.
Oh,
There's not-
really?
No, maybe
Like
not.
bad words bad is so interesting to me.
Okay.
Let's
Okay,
do,
yeah.
Let's just do pineapple on pizza.
Okay. So, do you agree with this? Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Though.
Yes.
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't have
We
nothing
all
to
Oh,
say
okay,
with
then never
that.
mind.
It's
Then that's an easy
tanginess,
one.
tanginess, you need it. It adds a
I
sweetness
understand
and
why
a
people
tangy.
wouldn't like it, but it's just like I don't know. I'm just like
I
it
feel like a
makes
lot of
so
people
much
who don't
sense.
like it are people that have never tried it before because it seems weird. Like fruit on pizza. Like
It's
you
like-
told me
it's
you
like
put grapes
Fre-
on your pizza.
it's like
I would tell you to get out of
It's
my
like
face.
French fries and Frosty and stuff like that.
It's
like
the
you
sweet
need
and
to try
salty.
it.
I don't like that. I have to say that. No, I don't.
Oh my god.
It makes the fries soggy.
Well, eat
Well,
it
you-
right away. You're not drizzling it
Or
on
like
top.
Wendy's. Have you ever had Wendy's Frosty?
I've never had a Wendy's
That's
Frosty.
why Wendy's French fries. Same with McDonald's
I put
French
it
fries.
in
they're not
ice
that,
cream.
They're not crunchy in the
Do you like
first
McDonald's
place.
or Wendy's better?
French fries?
Oh, you've never had Wendy's.
I've had Wendy's in Dubai.
Wendy's.
I don't know if it's like the same
Wendy's
as
is so
Canada.
much
McDonald's just feels because Wendy's is
McDonald's fries are my favorite. Like I have
McDonald's
to say
just
that.
feels
I don't know
frozen
why
and
people
you don't
like
know what's
that.
in
Because they're
that. But
salty.
Wendy's is like a not a
so good.
healthier, but like they're more like they don't
just
freeze
like-
their stuff.
That's what they say. McDonald's doesn't say that either.
No,
Fresh
McDonald's-
potatoes grown
Wendy's
from
says- Wendy's
Canada's
grown in
valleys.
Okay, Wendy's says
of
they're
London,
Wendy's thing is
Ontario,
fresh, never
right where
frozen,
you
but
live.
McDonald's never
From the
claims
farm
to
to the-
not have frozen.
From the farm straight to the
Five
plate.
Guys wins though.
I've never had five.
Oh.
Wait, no, that's a
So
lie. I had
good.
it once in like 7th grade.
So
I
good.
had a veggie burger
Anyways.
from there.
Anyways, yeah.
But yes, pineapple does belong on pizza.
Yes.
And if you say no, try it again because you're wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. This is just really interests me. Are bad words bad?
No, I think they're overused, so they can't be bad anymore.
I don't know.
I think it's used for emphasis.
I think it depends on the bad word.
Showing me pic-
I think, like, if you're saying inappropriate words that
In a
one-
non out of context
I say
place.
it too
exactly,
much.
but I think I don't know. Like,
I
the,
wish I need
what
to
my-
get it out of my vocabulary because it's just like when you're speaking about around adults and stuff and you're just saying like
but I think if you're saying offensive words that obviously like
oh
it's
for
not even
sure.
like
but
one
like
of those
swear
like
words
the
like
F
the
word or
F
the
and
like shit. Like I think those words like who said they were bad? Like who decided these pronunciated
Yeah.
words are bad? Like that's what doesn't make sense to me because
I mean,
there's no connotations
yeah.
behind it. It's
definitely
just like my anger. Just like I'm so passionate about this because I feel like who
like calling
invented
someone an F
these
word
words?
is like
But that's like
different
saying
from
this is
calling
called a
someone,
computer.
Yeah, what if someone just started saying computer in a negative
And like that's
sense?
yeah.
Who decided that these words were bad?
yeah that's why it's like but like because
And it's just like the same thing with donkey and ass. Like what's it's the same thing. Like who decided donkey was not going to be the bad word
Yeah.
and ass was?
but it's
Yeah.
like I'm just
I
think
don't
it's
get
profane,
who
just-
decided that.
I know but I think
And I think
that
society's just
Kayla.
made it seem bad. I don't
Dude.
get it. Because if it's like, well, I can
Kayla.
say it to an adult and maybe it's like not a good situation, but it's like who made it bad?
but I think it's just like especially okay but like sticking the finger I think is bad but I
Well,
just
that's not a bad word.
true but I think bad words like racially motivated or like when
That's
you're
what I'm
using
saying.
it to offend somebody
Offensive.
Oh, yeah.
because something is like they have something different about them and that's
Yeah.
what you point out and like
yeah.
you swear about it like that kind of stuff then that's rude but I think they're just like over
I think the
dramatized
classic
but I definitely
swear
think
words,
that
though,
they're
like
just
the
like
F word and the shit. Like there's just like
Yeah,
who
hell.
made that bad?
I think it's just like
I remember when shut
Yeah.
up was a bad word when you were a kid.
Oh my god, yeah, I was like, oh my
yeah.
god, stop.
But
That's
I-
like that. That's a bad word or fart.
what?
There's so many
I
conversations
never-
about farts.
People would always
I
be
remember-
like shut the fridge up
Yeah, people
no,
would say
I
that.
remember fart was the bad word and toot was okay. I remember. I'm not even kidding. I had a
Oh, 'cause fart was,
conversation
like,
with my friend about
inappropriate
this.
like rude
And she's like, I remember we were talking on my bed when I lived in Fergus in Canada, and I'm like, we were talking. I don't know why this was a conversation, but we were talking about like, you know what's a bad word? Fart.
oh
Oh my gosh.
We were like 4. What were we
Stop.
supposed to do?
Okay.
I'm talking about farts a lot in this
Okay.
episode.
These are kind of similar questions. So, would you like to live forever?
No.
If you say yes, or I guess like if you had to, what is the best age? What would you choose?
in your early 20s for sure because you have freedom and
Yeah.
But I feel like in your
18,
early
20.
20s, you're still getting used to adulthood.
well
That's true.
if you were to
Trying
live
out
forever
so many
you would get
things.
used to being it I think
But then it's just
such
like
a-
tiring because you're just at this like you're just.
I would
always-
not. There's no way I would want to live forever. Have you seen the state of the world right now?
I don't think I'd want to live forever.
Nope.
Because I don't.
But if I could like relive a year, like if I could, like I haven't obviously, I've only went through 16 years, and I'm.
Yeah,
But like
not
being
even.
a teenager, like being like 19 or something, when you like still in like high school kind of thing, like
Still
I'd love to
figuring
go
things out.
through high school again. Like I already feel like like it's gonna end. I still have like a year and a half, but I just feel like, oh my god, like it's
What?
so
See, I
weird.
think living forever, like I wouldn't want to either because it's just so repetitive. It's just like, and I don't want to see everything that happens with the world. There are some things that I'd like to see, like flying cars. You know, is that ever going to be a thing and stuff like that? But it's just like, I don't know. I wouldn't. But like, if I wanted to live, like I wouldn't choose to live forever if I had the choice. And the best age to live forever, I wouldn't even know because everything you do is repetitive. If you're 45, you don't want to be like, even though it's like you're settled and stuff, maybe you're settled, you don't want to be 45 forever. It's going to be so repetitive. Like, I get it. Like, let me do something new. And if you're 20, it's like you're always doing new things. It's like, I want to move on. When you're young, you're figuring out life. I don't want to be like that forever.
I have a question.
Yes.
If you were to live in like any era of time, what would it be?
1920s.
No! Are you serious? Women rights and stuff like that and civil rights and
Are
stuff?
you serious? 1920s jazz age? That was like the peak. And that's when women's rights started becoming more important.
But they still weren't.
I would love like a war then, World War I.
1919 was the end of World War I.
So, but
20.
it's when like at the
It was
end,
between
1929 was like
war,
the goal,
before
like,
the Great Depression. It was like we read The Great Gatsby in English class, which is why I'm saying that. But like people apparently always said that it was just such a good decade because people were so excited that the huge war, like this huge war that they didn't think would ever happen.
I want to be in the 90s. I think like
70s would be cool.
No,
80s.
I think just
70s, 80s,
technology
90s.
has kind of like corrupted like
Exactly.
generation.
Everyone here is so depressed.
Yeah, like I think 90s, like obviously like
The anxiety, the
there
depression.
Was, like, flip phones and stuff, or what was that even? What was the first flip phone? It must have been,
like early 2000s maybe. I don't know.
But like 1990s, like you like see things about it, and obviously there's problems with every era, but it just like it looks so much more genuine and like, you know, I don't know. I think there's definitely benefits to technology. Like I can take notes on my computer, I can search things up for a project, but it's like I feel like technology has corrupted us now so much that it's like I've never lived without like that,
technology,
and it's like
I wish I could have.
And it's like just like people stay in and they're always on their technology. It's like
I
what
know.
if
It annoys me
like
even if I do it.
Went out?
Like that's why I like the summer at the lake so much because there's no Wi-Fi.
Oh my gosh, there's none?
No, you have to drive to the village at the head of the lake to go get Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi sucks. If you want to download something, it takes about 5 hours.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, are there any questions here that anyone wants to go over?
No.
For summer, winter is not. No.
Summer or winter? I would probably say summer. When I was younger, I would say winter because of Christmas. But now I want to say summer.
I would say fall. But dude, I feel like we said. Yeah, the only ones we didn't cover is would you rather be big or small, and summer and winter.
Big or small?
I don't know.
Small because you can fit into little tiny places.
But what if you get stepped on?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be big because then it's limits.
There's a movie about that. Like people get shrink down.
Yeah,
I want to watch that movie.
I've seen it.
Is it good?
It's all right. I mean, it's pretty good.
There's so many movies about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, is that the end of our second episode? We did
Let's
it.
go.
All right.
Well,
I guess
I don't know what we're going to talk about next time, but we'll have to get on that part.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, Kayla,
Theme
go
song
ahead.
for us.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Oh my
Podcast.
We have actually recording that.